Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good. It's Liz Mushira here again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I would like to first maybe divert a bit because there are some questions that I'm getting in my DM and I felt it would be good maybe to address them before we continue. Uh, Before I continue giving the rest of my story. And so I have a lot of people who are asking me about narcissism. Who is a narcissistic person? What is narcissism? Okay, fine. There is the Google search part of it, but everyone has a reason as to why maybe they are asking me that. And so I thought it is maybe important to handle talking about narcissism in one way or the other so that at least we can understand and uh, move on together and get to understand each other better. So, in my definition, I would say that a narcissist is a person who lacks empathy because, according to me and my experience, I got to deal with a person who never was empathetic with me. Yani, he would hurt me in all ways and in all manners, but then not feel a thing. And when I was doing some kind of research, I came across a certain definition of which I think maybe will be helpful, or rather, if I put it across, we'll get to understand it better. It's saying that a narcissistic personality disorder, this is a disorder with a wrong pattern of abnormal behavior as a result of inflated feeling of self-importance and lack of empathy for others. Yani, unapatana msee, he or she can do you anything but doesn't mind how you feel. And this is the kind of person I was dealing with, guys. I want to believe that up to where I have given or have narrated my story, you guys can relate the kind of maybe trauma that I went through, the kind of suffering, the kind of hurt that I went through, and how I wish that no one ever goes through that because it's painful, it's traumatizing, it's hurting. You can even get to a point of hating yourself or thinking that you are less important. And so, more of talking more of narcissism, narcissistic people are not born, they are made. What do I mean by they are made? Like, hakuna mtu uzaliwa akiwa ati ni narcissist, but once they are growing, they are exposed to maybe environments which make them bitter. They are given poor parenting, and then that results them to becoming narcissists. And when I was doing my research, I came to find out that there are some reasons that can cause one to become a narcissist. One is neglect. If you are born in a family and then maybe you get neglected in your childhood, nobody cares about you, you can end up becoming a narcissist. There is also excessive pampering. You're there as a parent, you are pampering your kid, you're not disciplining them, regardless of being indisciplined, and doing bad or being involved in bad behaviors. You're not disciplining them. That excessive pampering might result to a person becoming a narcissist. So I think we should be careful, more careful when parenting or something of the sort. Then there is also another factor, one of over adulting. Unaachilia mtoto wako, like, let's say you tend to think that after all, he or she is mature, let him do whatever he wants. He or she can be exposed to different, environments, observe different things, and end up lastly becoming a narcissist. So those are some of the factors that might contribute to one becoming a narcissist. And I would also maybe want to highlight on some of the points that would make you know that you are dealing with a narcissist, or rather, so to say, the traits, characters za huyu mtu mwenye naita narcissist, huyu mwenye nimesema hana empathy. And so I think the number one point should be they lack empathy. Hawananga huruma. He will do anything, just like I've said. He will hurt you in all manners, but then not feel a thing. Number two, they are arrogant, very arrogant. When I say arrogant, I'm meaning unpleasantly proud. Ushaipatana na mtu akona kiburi, yani you cannot even tell him a thing. They are just unpleasantly proud. And they love talking about themselves so much, what they have achieved, who they are, everywhere. They just want to shine, shine, shine. Those are some of the characteristics of a narcissist. Number three, they have insecurities. I think when I was doing my other videos, you've heard me mention a number of times that I dealt with a very insecure person, very insecure, if I may say, that you'll get somebody is waking up at night at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., just to go through my messages, just to check on my call logs, chats, going through my chats. Yeah, that one shows that person is very insecure. Number four, they are very controlling and everything is about them. Very controlling and everything is about them. Like, he will not or she will not listen to your opinions when it comes to anything. Like in my case, maybe if I can give an example to illustrate what I mean, there was this time we were talking about kitchen appliances, and so I was giving my opinion that maybe for these inbuilt kitchens, or rather the inbuilt or whatever, so I was giving my opinion that I would love the one with those, what do we call them? Are they knobs? Correct me if I'm wrong down below. They are the knobs, so I would prefer the one with knobs in front. But with him, he was like, no, we can't do that, najifanyanga kujua sana, we're supposed to take the one that has knobs on the side, because you will have children, they will play around, they can destroy it. And you know what, guys, I have friends who have this kind of kitchen, and I've never seen it like maybe spoiled because children are praying or something. He just wanted to dismiss my idea, and that is how narcissists behave. It is all about them. The next number, they have a string of failed relationships. Mtu, like ukimchunguza vizuri, of which I would say it is very important before you settle for somebody, at least know their past, because I feel that is one of the mistakes that I did. I rushed and I never maybe knew this person very well. And so to explain that point, there is no way one can be in one relationship, it fails, another one, it fails, another one, it fails, another one, it fails, and then you tell me that this person is okay. I feel that there is something that is terribly wrong with that. And so if you have happen to get somebody with this kind of a pattern, kindly check them out. They might be narcissists, you never know. The other thing, they never admit mistakes. They never admit mistakes. Huyu mtu hata akufanyie nini, they will never say ati nimekufanyia ABCD na ni makosa. And connected to that, they do not apologize. Usingoje mtu narcissistic akuje ati akuapologize ati I'm sorry I did you this and this. Instead, they will victimize you and make you feel less of a human being, feel that you are so worthless, That is who they are. That is who they are. They do not apologize for anything. They are never royal. Never. Narcissists are never royal. In my case, fine. I wouldn't judge. I say that somebody wasn't royal, but I just have a feeling that maybe if I investigated, if I did deep investigations, I would find a lot of things. For example, there was one time that he had a client, And so he requested me, he was a mechanic back then, so he was telling me that there's this client who is at the garage and shida ya gari yake haitaisha sahi, so I was requesting umchukue, we go na yeye kwetu nyumbani, and then after I finish the car she will proceed with her journey tomorrow. Do you know, after a few days now, the guy puts a photo of this lady in WhatsApp status and then deletes. Then after asking, because I had a WhatsApp that even if you delete something, I would still see it. So I saw that and questioned what it is all about. And he was like, oh, I was viewing this lady's status, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know where I touched, and automatically it just went to my status. And I was like, no. However much this person wants to make me feel like I don't understand what is happening here, there is no way that would be possible. If he was sending maybe a photo to him, or she was sending a photo to him, it would make some sense. But in this case, it never made sense to me. And mark you, I had the number, the contact of this lady, but there was no status of the such nature. So I ended up concluding, anyway, nimedanganywa, but life continued anyway. And then also, something else I came to realize, and I think I mentioned it in my previous video, when I came to discover about the other kid, they were chatting with the baby mama, and he was calling her Mrs., his name now. So, is that person royal? I don't think so. If I'm wrong, maybe I should be corrected, I don't know. And then there was also another instance, there was this lady who was a friend of his. Tukiwa huko Dubai, like tokens zingeisha kwetu nyumbani Geshagi, she was the one who was being called to buy tokens. Like, okay. And there was a certain time I saw some texts, they were chatting, and he was there calling her queen. So anyway, I'm not saying he was not royal, but I don't know, let me read that at that. The next number, narcissists hate confrontations. Ukiconfront huyu mtu, si utaona? They are so dramatic. Like, you can approach this person in the name of wanting maybe clarity in something, and then they end up being so dramatic and complicating the whole issue. For example, in my case, I confronted him in the case of the third kid, after I knew of the third kid, and all he would tell me is that I'm very opinionative, you know, I'm dramatic. I'm like, I just asked you about this kid. Who is she? Why had you not told me about her? And blah, 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 you know. But then I ended up being victimized because of the whole thing. Then another point, narcissists, they are very manipulative. Yani, hey, I know guys, you understand the meaning of manipulation. Like, mtu anaweza kudunisha hadi ujione like you are nothing. That's maybe what I would say. Narcissists also, they are very extreme on how they spend finances. Like, inaweza kuwa two-way traffic. Ikue, huyu mtu when it comes to spending anaweza spend pesa vibaya sana. And then there's also the other side where you find this person ni stingy sana. Those are some of the traits of a narcissist. Then they are not reliable. Hawa watu si mtu unaweza rely na yeye useme, oh, you are secure, you know, in case of anything that he got you or she got you. This is not a reliable person. That's a narcissist. They are also very good in blaming others. Hey, ukideal na narcissist, si utabremiwa. Everything will be all about you, it will all be about you. Hii imefanyika ni sababu yako. You are thinking, mimi nilikuwa naambiwa najua kila kitu. You know, like if I give my opinion, najua kila kitu. So it is shunned away. If I give opinions, they are not considered. It is all about them, just like I have mentioned. They are mean, very mean. Huyu mtu everything yenye itafanyika kwa maisha yenu, whether you are dating, whether you are related by blood or anything, huyu mtu, they are very mean. They will do what benefits them. If it's not about them, they are not doing. These guys, they are also very good in isolating. I remember in my case, after all whatever happened, and I chose now to, walk away, this person made sure he isolated me from my close friends, and even ended up causing isolation even between my parents. They know how to isolate, because the only way they know they can win you is after they know that you don't have any other support, so unawategemea, and they love that because they are parasites. They want you to like depend on them, and that's their joy. When they see you are suffering, you are crying, that's the joy of a narcissistic person. They are very possessive. Very possessive. Mimi, I think I told you of ile story ya he called a guy, akamkereresha sana, he was all over, oh, she's my wife, should respect, blah blah blah. That's how a narcissist is. Also, they badmouth others. That's the work of a narcissist. Narcissist atakuja akwambie, oh, so and so is like this, like this, like this. And especially, if I may say, their exes. They will tend to make you feel that their exes ndio wabaya. But I want you to ask yourself a question. If somebody has had affairs with more than 2-3 people, and I'm talking of serious relationships, not just, hii kukatiana leo kesho mnadampiana. Like, if you have 3 serious relationships that have failed, or even marriage levels, do you want to tell me the exes are the people who are bad? I don't think so. So check out on that. Narcissists also, they don't believe that anything is wrong with them. That's who they are. They don't believe anything is wrong with them. They are super perfect, and they feel so important. They value themselves so much, so they will intimidate you just to have that, feel that superior. That's a narcissist. Narcissists also, they project their bad behaviors on others. Like, yeye akiwa sasa na hiyo ubaya, if he is rude, atakuona wewe ni wewe rude. If he is the so-called opinionative, you will now be, victimized to be the person who is opinionative. That's who a narcissist is. Also, they become angry if they don't receive special treatment or favors. Yani, these are people who want to be worshipped. They want to be worshipped. If you're in a relationship with them, if you are related to them, but you don't worship them, that becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. I think I have talked about some of the things that maybe happened to me, and I analyzed them as traits of narcissists. If you see a person who has maybe 70% of maybe the traits that I've mentioned, be very careful. Dealing with a narcissistic person is so draining, emotionally, physically, yani it will just take you from 90 to 0 or 100 to 0 very fast. So guys, how I wish that no one ever experiences the pain, the hurt, the trauma that comes with dealing with a narcissist. So guys, take your time, when you're dealing with people. Take your time to know them, understand how to deal with them, because at the end of the day, it is all about your wellness. It's all about your peace of mind. It's all about your happiness. So if this relationship with this person is not giving you happiness, is not giving you peace, if it's not working, it is not worth it. It is not worth it, guys. So I will be back with more information on maybe narcissism or even narcissistic people. And I believe that information is power. We are going to empower each other. We are going to, give each other hope and inspire, just like the objective of this platform. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments and support so far. I appreciate. God our bless sana. Until next time, see you. Thank you for watching. Bye.